Hi, I was looking for April.
Yeah, this is she.
Hey, April, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm not too bad. Thanks for asking. Are you familiar with the radio show?
No.
Oh. You're just this friendly to people normally?
I guess I'm just this friendly. Where are you calling from again?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I host a radio show.
Okay.
And we're calling you today because one of our listeners sent us an email about you.
Okay.
His name is Kevin.
Oh.
And Kevin emailed us because he said that he took you out on a date, but now you're not getting back to him, and he's confused.
Oh, okay.
We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update, and that's what it is. Kevin wanted us to call you and find out why you're not responding to his phone calls or text messages.
Okay.
Yeah, he's very confused how you could turn down someone who looks exactly like Joe Manganiello.
How do you know that?
Because we talked to him, and he told us that a lot of people say he looks like Joe Manganiello, right? That's how you say it?
Yeah. You got it. You nailed it.
I guess he kind of does.
I actually figured that's why you went out with him. Like, he says he even puts it on his dating profile, which seemed like overkill to me, but...
Yeah, he was super cute. I just, I don't know.
Well, do you mind telling us why you're not calling him back? I mean, from his story, everything sounded cool. Like,
I don't know. It was just kind of embarrassing for me.
Really? He didn't describe anything that would have been embarrassing. Like,
Well, the comedy show was kind of interesting.
was it not funny or something?
No, the performers were funny. That was fine. I guess they kind of called him out at one point.
they called him out?
Yeah, like they called on him, because, sometimes performers, like, do that. They pick on someone from the audience.
Yeah.
And they picked on him, and they were kind of like, you're here every week with a different girl. And
Whoa!
No
They
way.
called him
no.
out for that?
yeah, and he just kind of like laughed, and he didn't really say anything, and I just thought it was kind of odd.
Yeah, you're like,
man.
red flag.
Yeah.
man.
You might not know this about me, April, but I do stand-up comedy too, and I've been in this situation where I've seen people in the audience with different girls or different guys, and I'm like, oh, it'd be so fun to call them out, and somebody actually did it.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Dude, he must go a lot to have that done to him.
Yeah, he was like, oh, this guy down in the front row, broad shoulders over here. And he was like, laughing, and he was like, oh, man, so where'd you get this one? Is this number 25?
Oh, man.
Whoa.
All right. So,
God, that must have made you feel like crap.
Yeah, pretty instantly. Like crap.
Oh no.
I could see how that would be embarrassing for you.
It was just pretty embarrassing. I mean, what do you say? Like, what are you supposed to do? I just kind of like laughed and.
You can't come back from that.
Did you
No.
ever ask him about it while you guys were out?
Yeah, I didn't ask him in the club because, there are like tons of people watching, so I didn't really say anything. But then when we were walking out, I kind of was like, hey, so, why, do you come here a lot? Like, why did he call on you? And he just kind of said, oh, yeah, that guy was joking around. They're just picking on me.
Yeah, right.
Like, he didn't really answer, but he kind of made it seem like, I don't know, maybe he and the performer were friends. He just, he didn't go into it.
Of course they're friends. He's one of their best customers, obviously.
No kidding.
Yeah, so, I mean, I just felt really uncomfortable at that point, and I didn't really want to be date number 25, and...
Do you think if the comic hadn't said anything that you would have actually enjoyed yourself with him?
That's very possible. Yeah, I would say so.
Oh no.
Maybe. I mean, the show was good. I mean, it's easy to enjoy comedy performances. You don't really have to talk to the person you're on a date with.
Yeah, and you're in a great mood after, so the date
Totally.
seems awesome, and then
Yeah, I mean, comedy shows are always pretty high energy, so...
Backfired. I can't
Yeah.
believe it.
Well, April, I do want to let you know something. I want to let you know that Kevin is actually on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Okay, sure, yeah.
No,
No.
seriously.
No, he's there.
April, he really is.
No, No, he's not. You're pulling my leg.
No, I promise. Kevin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
There's Kevin.
Hi,
Oh,
April. Nice to hear your voice again.
oh, that's, yeah, okay.
Like I said when we started chatting, before we met up, you have the sweetest voice there is.
Oh, my God.
Really
man.
nice.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I missed it.
But Kevin, what is...
Kevin, what do you have to say for the comedian's comments during the date?
I mean, it was obviously a joke. I don't know why you're making such a big deal out of it. I mean, the guy said number 25. I mean, come on, that's an exaggeration. It's like that's what
But so
comics
you have
do in
brought other
jokes.
girls to this comedy club before then, even if it's not 25, right?
Well, to other places, not necessarily there. I mean, I like comedy, and you know that. I mean, comedians are paid to stretch the truth, and and we're sitting front row. That's of course they're gonna pick on you.
I mean, okay, so yeah, like comedians stretch to the truth, but why? I mean, I asked you about it as we were walking out too, and you just kind of didn't say anything. So something makes me feel like you have been there a lot.
Like I told you, it was a joke. And look, April, the bottom line, in all seriousness, your laugh makes me so hot. So that is the truth.
No,
What did you say, Kevin?
I'm saying this seriously, and I mean it, April. Your laugh makes me so hot.
Oh, my God. She's trying so hard not to laugh right now.
Oh, no.
I mean, yeah, it's the truth. You have a great smile, and it turns me on. And then, of course, you're beautiful, and you're hottie. So, and April, you just said yourself, if that comic hadn't gotten in the way, something might have happened between us. So, take it for the joke that it was.
I'm kind of glad that he did get in the way, though.
But there's part of you that kind of is curious, isn't there, April? I just feel like I will give him, he's kind of smooth.
The accent helps a lot.
Yeah, it does.
The accent helps.
April, look, it doesn't have to be a long-term thing. We can just go out again and have a good time, and, at least we'll have a great time together. You just gotta let yourself go and forget about what some comic at some comedy club said. I mean, come on.
Well, I don't know if I feel comfortable going out with a guy again who is putting me on a radio show. I don't know about
and
that.
who's asking for a one-night stand.
I didn't offer her a one-night stand. I mean, her laugh is intoxicating, and I want to give that laugh options.
Oh, nice.
Oh, man.
And I had to go through the radio show because I wouldn't stop thinking of you. And what normal guy would do that? Come on, only somebody who really likes you and who really wants to, have something with you will go through all of this.
Oh, man.
Listen to that laugh. You see, do you guys hear what I'm hearing? Oh, my God. I cannot stop thinking about it.
Kevin, April, you got to stop because your laugh is making me hot, too. I got to be honest.
No, don't say that.
I'm
April.
just getting uncomfortable.
Would you like to go out with Kevin again on a second date? We will pay for it.
Come on.
They did say he likes my laugh. Oh, man.
Hey, correction. I didn't say I like it. I said I love it.
Oh, Kevin.
Oh, my goodness. Well,
April, I think you need to check it out. I think you should go out with him one more time.
I mean, all right. Oh, fine. Okay, yes, I'll give it another shot.
Oh, my God, Kevin.
All right.
I can't believe you pulled that off, dude.
Hey, what can I say? I told you I'm an exceptional man. Yeah. All I needed was to get back in touch with her, and I'm glad you guys helped me out.
And she will feel like an exceptional woman, I'm sure, by the end of the evening.
And that's an understatement, my friend.
Oh. You hear that, April?
I did.
You sound like you're actually excited to go out with him again.
Well, I feel like I'm going to be laughing a lot more.
You'll be making all kinds of sounds by the end of the night.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Eliza, please?
This is she.
Hi, Eliza. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Do you have the wrong number?
I don't think so. Is your number 63855?
Yeah, that's my phone number.
Okay, then you're the Eliza that I want to talk to. How you doing today?
Okay, I'm fine, I guess.
Well, I'm calling you because a listener of ours recently sent us an email asking us to get a hold of you.
Okay, why?
Because you guys recently went out on a date and now you're not calling him back.
Okay.
His name is Jake. You met him at a wedding and then ended up having dinner at his house.
Well, how do you guys know that? He sent you an email?
Yeah, he did. He told us a little bit about your date and also said that you're not calling him back. What did you think of Jake?
He seemed nice enough.
Nice enough.
Yeah, from meeting him, he seems like a good guy.
Okay, so everything you're saying sounds like you don't think that about him anymore, though.
Well, I mean, I'm not calling him back, so.
Okay.
Good point.
Yeah, very good point. Do you mind telling us why you don't want to see him again? He's curious.
Well, he kind of canceled our dinner date and invited me to go back to his place, which, I was a little skeptical about if he was just trying to get me, to go back to his place and to have dinner there and whatever, but...
He told us about that, and I thought the same thing, because I even asked him when we talked to him, and I was like, that was a great excuse to get you back to his house, but he was 100% legit. He was working late.
Yeah, it sounds like a lie.
But did you enjoy dinner and everything with him when you went over to his house?
I did, and we had a good time at first, and then after a few drinks, we just kind of started talking, and he started just telling me stories about, all of his late nights with his buddies and how they get wasted every weekend and, all these crazy stories. And I don't know, I was just kind of a little taken back by that.
Okay, was it just too many drunk stories?
Well, yeah, and he started saying that his nickname was the Moose.
The Moose?
And
why is his nickname the Moose? Did he explain that? Or
well, he told me that his buddies call him that once they all start, and once especially he starts drinking.
What does
why?
he do?
Did he give you an explanation?
He gave me a demonstration.
What?
A demonstration.
I've got to hear this.
A demonstration of why they call him the Moose.
Oh, no.
Does it involve showing you a body part? Because that's where my mind instantly went.
No. No. He actually just grabbed the bottle of wine from the table and started chugging wine straight from the bottle.
Really? So was he just getting
Yeah.
hammered on your date then?
I don't know exactly. He was drinking a lot.
Okay.
Did he
well, that's
want
what
you
the
to,
Moose does.
Did he want you to start chanting moose, moose, moose during it?
He did not ask me to do that, but I have a feeling that that's probably what usually happens.
Yeah, like if you would have started, he would have been like, "Yeah, this chick's down. She knows how Moose parties."
Oh my gosh.
What did you say when your date started chugging wine in front of you?
I mean, what do you say? I was just like, oh, wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Are you going to be super impressed by that? Like, my patent move is chugging a whole bottle of wine in front of a girl. Trust me, it works every time.
I didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
So, and then at one point, we were kind of watching TV, and he was still drinking, and he was like, well, maybe if we keep drinking, the little moose can come out and play.
No, he did not.
He actually referred to it as the little moose.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Hey, Eliza, when we talked to him, because we talked to everybody about their date, he left out the moose part. Have you been wanting to talk to the moose since?
I think I'm okay.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, Eliza, the moose is actually on the other line and just heard what you said. Moose, you there?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, no.
You left out a very important part of your story there, Jake.
No, we talked about all kinds of party stories. I didn't leave anything out.
Hey, but you didn't tell us that you refer to yourself as Moose and then asked her to touch the little moose.
Well, to be fair, I don't remember that.
So that's a good sign.
There you go.
You don't remember that? Are you serious?
Listen, I feel really bad. I felt like I already ruined the date because I had to move it to my place, and I wanted to impress you, so I wanted to sound adventurous. And I'm like, well, what adventure stories have I done? And they all ended up involving me drinking.
Well, there's a difference between being adventurous and acting like a frat boy.
Beer bonging wine in front of your date.
I'm sorry. I'm a fun guy when I party, and I wanted you to experience the moose. Ride the antlers. That's what I do sometimes.
Jake, getting drunk on a first date and calling yourself the moose is just it's not cool. And I'm looking for somebody who's more mature than that.
Yeah, I know. And you know what? And I made a mistake, and I feel bad. Once again, I was nervous. I wasn't making the best decisions. I was nervous because I liked you.
And Eliza, you couldn't have hated it that much. I mean, you did make out with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of regret that, but...
You regret that? You regret making out with me?
Uh-oh. The moose is loose, it sounds like. Jake is upset.
That's really insulting.
Well, Jake, from what you told us, you didn't really exactly sell yourself very well. Maybe. When did you guys make out? Did you guys make out before he started calling himself the moose or after, Eliza?
It was before.
It was before. Okay. So she was down with making out with you until you started calling yourself the moose, and then she regrets it. I don't necessarily think it's that rude, Jake.
It's just, I can't believe she said that, though.
Jake, how about this? You got like 10, 15 seconds. Sell yourself to Eliza right now and make her think that you're not just a drunken D-bag.
Eliza, I apologize. I really do like you, and I was nervous. And I promise if I see you again that you'll really get to know the real me.
Eliza, would you like to go out on a second date with Jake? I will pay for it.
You know, the moose, I just don't think that's going to happen.
Oh,
but
come on.
I feel like hopefully you learned something, and maybe you won't do this to the next girl you try to have a first date with.
One more date with the moose, and he'll prove to you. Maybe he won't. The moose won't even be there. It'll just be Jake.
Nah, I think I'm good.
Really?
All right.
That's too bad,
Well, thank you for your
Eliza.
time, Eliza. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, Jake, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah,
No second date for you.
I unfortunately understand.
Yeah, maybe if you would have been the moose the whole time, you would have been able to seal the deal. I think that's the problem. Jake is boring.
And you know what? This moose is going to find a female me.
We need more moose in our lives.
Hello,
Hi, I was looking for Allie.
this is.
Hey, Allie, how are you? My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
I assume some sort of business.
Well, it's not, I guess it is kind of a business.
kind
I don't
of
know.
business?
It's actually a radio show.
Okay. Well, so what is this about?
This is about a guy that you know. He's a friend of the show, and he actually emailed us hoping that we could get you on the phone because you're not calling him back after your first date.
Are you serious?
Yeah, his name is Ian. So Ian emailed us saying that he thought he had a wonderful first date with you, but ever since then he's tried to get a hold of you and you're not responding to his text messages or phone calls. So he thought maybe we could get you on the phone and find out if something went wrong on your date.
That's really weird.
I know. It's a segment we do on our show all the time. So he emailed us, and now I'm asking you the question. Did you like your date with Ian?
It was interesting.
I feel like that's a good adjective to use.
What did you want me to tell you? I mean,
Well, how about this? I'll tell you what he told us.
okay.
Okay? He said that he met you at a bar and then went out for a picnic. And at your picnic, he presented you with a huge family history thing that he had made from some website or something.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Did that freak you out? That would have freaked me out.
Well, it took me by surprise for sure.
Yeah.
I had never met anybody who has gone to such great lengths to impress me, maybe
Yeah.
Well, he said that you guys had talked about it and you knew that he was into this kind of thing.
Oh, I did. I just wasn't expecting, I guess, on the first date for him to whip out my full entire family tree.
Yeah.
So not even just my grandparents, like my great grandparents, and then beyond. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like to bring up genealogy as a hobby and then to troll your Facebook page to find out who your great grandfather is a big leap.
It's a lot of work.
Was it at least impressive to you? I mean, he did a lot of research. Obviously, he liked you.
Yes, that part is very impressive because I'm sure that took a lot of time. But then that's also creepy because now he has a lot of my family's information.
Yeah, it's a weird line because, he told us about it, and I went back and forth. I was like, is it creepy or is it a nice thing from a guy who's just really into finding out people's family histories?
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, but I went back and forth. Is this impressive or is this weird? But then it just got, straight up weird.
It got stranger after your surprise?
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. So after our picnic where he presented me with the family tree, we start walking down this hill, and then he's like, ta-da, surprise. I'm like, what is this surprise? And he's like, this is the oldest cemetery in the state. I'm like, cool, awesome. Then he said, look over there. Over there is where your great-grandparents are buried.
What?
Okay.
He took you to the burial site of your family?
Oh, that's not even, there's one more layer of weird to this. Then he whips out cheesecake, like, let's finish our picnic at my great-grandparents' grave.
Oh, okay.
He knows nothing about your feelings on death or if you knew these people, or right?
No, and he basically was like, let's spend time with your great-grandparents.
So did you stand there and eat cheesecake in front of your great-grandparents' grave?
I woofed that cheesecake down and got the hell out of there.
That is the best visual I've ever heard of in my whole life.
Oh my!
Did you guys talk during it, or?
Oh, no, I was eating so fast.
What was his reasoning for wanting you to be at
Because he wanted me to know about my history and spend time with them.
Did you learn anything new from eating cheesecake at your great-grandparents' grave?
He told me a couple facts about them, but in my mind, I'm like, just finish the cake. Just eat this cheesecake and let's go.
I'm sorry. I just have a quick thing to say here.
Oh,
Oh, all right. I was hoping you would wait.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Allie, that's Ian. He's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What are you talking about?
I mean that he was on the phone the whole time listening, and he wanted to talk to you. He was supposed to wait until I brought him into the conversation, but he just couldn't help himself, I guess.
I'm sorry that I jumped in. I couldn't help myself. I feel like Allie's missing something that's kind of just inherently cool about the fact that she has distant relatives, not even distant relatives, direct line relatives that live right in town. I myself, I had to go to Scotland to have this same experience of being able to see the gravestones of my great-great-grandparents. That's history. That's your own personal history.
Ian,
Yes?
Ian,
Yes?
Ian, can I just cut you off for a second? I do think that's really cool. I mean, that is awesome, and that would be a really sweet romantic thing, but you just met me. Can't we talk about that and get to that point? Like, I don't know, 3 years from now?
Yeah.
I mean, 3 years from now, that's a long time. It could be a whole other generation, and they have to redo the family tree.
Okay, well, at this point, I think that you can stop working on my family tree.
Yeah, Allie, I mean, did you have fun with him outside of the kind of strange research he did into your history?
I could have maybe dealt with the family tree thing because that was pretty impressive. But then taking somebody to a cemetery on a first date, I mean, come on.
Yeah, Ian,
It's a lot.
Come back from that.
I know that you don't really understand how she's not fully impressed by the family tree thing, but taking somebody to a gravesite on a first date.
I feel like everyone's blowing this very out of proportion. The grandparents, finding the grandparents was actually pretty easy, but the main setup, the main research was going into the family tree. That's what took the time. I think that's what we should focus on. That's the part you kind of like.
Well, we need to focus on taking somebody to a gravesite on a first date, no matter who it is.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay, what if I put it this way, Ian? What if I say, like, hey, maybe you spent too much time investing on where Allie came from instead of who she is right now?
Thank you.
Allie doesn't even know who she is if she doesn't know her past. Then I come into her life and I can help her figure it out.
Savior.
Are you kidding? I think you need to wait and find out some more about me first, but at this point, it's not going to happen.
What a wonderful lead into my question, Allie. Would you like Ian to learn more about you and go out on a second date with him? We will pay for it.
Hell no.
Aw.
First, he freaks me out. Then he insults me. No.
Sorry, I didn't mean to insult you. That was certainly not my intention. I feel like if we could go out again and just start from fresh, that would be good. And I will tell you there is an extra incentive if you have another date with me. I found out some pretty interesting things about a great aunt of yours.
I don't care. At this point, I don't care, and I don't want to go to her grave either.
Okay, I can just email you the information and the
Great,
links. She has a Wikipedia page. She was
Wow.
Oh, that's pretty famous.
Well, Allie, thank you for talking to us about your
Oh,
date.
thank you.
Yeah. Ian, I'm sorry you didn't get a second date, but maybe this is a lesson learned.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
And what's that lesson?
Don't ask people out on a first date. They're going to be ungrateful about research you do.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Trevor, please?
Yeah, this is Trevor.
Hey, Trevor, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, back.
Have you ever heard of Brooke and Jubal in the morning before?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, what do you think it is then?
It's a vote of confidence.
You guys are like a radio show, right?
Yes.
A thing.
And have you ever really listened?
No, not really. I know the name, though.
Okay, cool. Well, that's a start. The reason I'm calling you today is because somebody who does listen to our show wanted us to call and get a hold of you.
Cool.
Could be cool, could not be cool. You don't know yet.
I guess not.
Her name is Amy,
Okay. Yeah.
and Amy made you a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yes, she did. You told you about that?
Yeah, she did tell us all about that. We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. So Amy wants to know why you're not calling her back after your date.
It's not that I'm not calling. This is not real. I don't want to,
It's not that I'm not calling her back, but I'm not calling her back.
Yeah.
I'm not calling. No, it's just, I don't want to talk about that kind of thing. We had a nice time. It's just one of those things.
Amy's the one that wants to know. I mean, we're asking on her behalf. She said she'd be willing to hear whatever it is.
I don't really know how much you guys already know. Like, how much do you guys know?
Well, we know that you bonded over grilled cheese sandwiches, and you went to her house and she made you grilled cheese, but at one point she kind of burned it and then yelled at you and stormed off to her room, and somehow you stuck around.
That was fun. No, the burning wasn't the thing. Like, she freaked out, but it was, cute. It was funny.
Wait, she slammed the pan down, called you an a-hole, and you thought that was hysterical?
No, it wasn't. I wasn't, dying laughing, but, that's not why I'm not calling back. That wasn't an issue at all.
Okay, so the anger issue is not a big deal with you.
No, but I slept on her couch. We didn't share a bed, so I'm not saying that at all.
Okay.
But before, she went to her room and I was on the couch, she had some pictures on the wall, photographs, professionally done ones that people get. And they were of her and a guy embracing and, kissing. And these were, big pictures. These weren't, the little ones.
Whoa.
Did they look like engagement photos or something, like that style?
Yeah, that kind of thing. They hired a photographer to take pictures of them, holding each other and stuff. So I was just what are those?
And what'd she say?
She went, "Oh, that's my ex-fiance."
Whoa.
And I was just "Oh, that's weird."
If
Right.
she's not currently with her fiance, then it's pretty strange to have engagement photos
Yeah.
of herself on the
Three of them, though, hanging up, and they were big photos. I can't stress that enough. They were big.
And you would think that if you're having a first date with a guy, that would be, I don't know, something on the agenda to take down before he comes to your house.
Yeah, but I was willing, I guess, kind of to laugh it off because I am going to sleep there. I don't want it to be, super crazy weird.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Yeah, we're still really good friends." So right there, I'm all right, cool, I guess. And then...
Okay.
And then she says, "I told him I would keep them up until I found someone that I could replace them with."
Whoa.
Nope.
And I was
All
just "Oh, cool." And
That's awesome.
How
Yeah,
great
yeah.
for you.
But like, I'm sleeping on her couch. I'm not going to have like the greatest night's sleep. So I would like wake up and then just be looking at her and this, ex-fiance like kissing and holding each other.
And when you were looking at it, you weren't thinking, I hope that's me one day?
No, I wasn't. I was thinking I need to sleep off the few drinks that I had and get out of here like really fast.
Well,
guys, I don't like how this is going. I'm not into this.
What's going on?
oh, Trevor, that's Amy. She's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Yeah, I've been listening to the whole thing.
Hey.
I've been listening to the whole thing. Hi, it's nice to hear from you after 10 days.
It's nice to hear from you too after 10 days.
I am like so disgusted right now. I cannot believe that that's the reason that you're like not calling me or talking to me, because it's a perfectly good reason.
What?
You have pictures of you and your ex-fiance hanging in your place. How could you have a relationship?
Listen, I invited you into my home, and it's my space, and you asked.
What?
And I just met you. It was the first time I ever met you. You know, why? This guy is my best friend, okay? And yeah, we're broken up now, but he's a part of my life, and he's part of my history, and I talk to him every day, and he's my best friend, and I care for him, and I don't know why you're reacting like this. I don't think it's strange, you know? Wouldn't you have pictures of you and your best friend? So what? We're kissing in the photos.
Amy,
I think that's the point, Amy.
Yeah.
I would never have pictures of me and another girl kissing if I had anyone I was kind of romantically interested in coming to my home.
I met you for the first time. This is the first time I ever met you. I invited you to my house. And the only reason I invited you over is because we were talking about cooking and I wanted to cook you something. I'm not going to sit here and redecorate my house for some guy that, I might not ever see again, which, by the way, I'm not going to because it's been 10 days since we spoke.
All right, whoa. You need to slow down. This sounds way crazier than I already imagined. You sound like
Crazy? You think I'm crazy? Well, you know what? You sound jealous, and a real man doesn't get jealous of other guys. Get over it.
I don't even know if that's necessarily jealousy. It's just I kind of don't want to see.
I'm not jealous. I'm creeped out.
Amy, can't you see that maybe it's a red flag that you're not quite over your past engagement, that you haven't taken the photos down?
Sure, fine. It's a red flag to some stranger who doesn't even know me, but I'm explaining to all of you people that he is my best friend and I care for him, and why should I take down photos for some guy I met online?
But
why would I do that?
I have pictures of my best friend in my house, and none of them are me and that person embracing.
Oh, well, I feel really sorry for you because all of you apparently have a problem with intimacy.
Oh.
No, I do have a problem with intimacy. I'm willing to admit that. But it is strange to have a picture of your ex-fiance on your wall. You don't think so at all?
He's my best friend. He's
okay,
my
but why don't you put some other pictures of you guys as best friends up and not the romantic ones?
Listen, I wake up every morning and I look at those photos and I set an affirmation for the day and I say, I am going to find a best friend just like that. It's my motivation and it's what gets me through the day, okay?
Whoa.
Okay, instead of all that, why don't you just try some like orange juice and light exercise?
I don't think that's funny, and I don't appreciate your sarcastic tone, Trevor. I spent a lot of money on those damn photos. Why would I switch them out with some piece of crap?
Because you're not engaged anymore, Amy.
What are you, my therapist? Are you guys like my therapist now? Is that why I called into a radio show to get therapy? That's not why I called in. And I am so upset that these are the results that I'm getting from this.
Guys, do you still need me on this one, or can I bounce?
Actually, I need him
Yeah.
real quick. Trevor, would you like to go on a second date with Amy? We will pay for it.
No.
Come on. One more date.
Make your own grilled cheese sandwich.
I will happily make grilled cheese sandwiches alone. I don't want to.
You're never going to get one. You're never going to get one like I made ever again. You're never going to get another one like that.
Oh.
You mean burnt?
You are such an ass. Don't say anything about my fucking grilled cheeses, okay? Because you'll never get anything like that ever again.
Oh, man. I'm sorry, Trevor. It does sound like she hung up, too.
Dude, what was that? Are you serious? He is an insane person. Oh, my God.
I feel like you should have seen that coming after that whole burned grilled cheese incident.
I'm just happy I'm alive right now. I'm lucky I got out of there alive.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Kathy, please?
This is she.
Hey, what's up, Kathy? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
From what?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning? It's a radio show?
A radio show? What?
Yeah, like the kind that you hear when you're listening to the radio and then there are people doing a show on there.
Good description.
We do one of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm calling you today because we actually got an email from one of our listeners about you.
Okay.
I know this is weird, but we do a segment on our show called the second date update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what went wrong.
Okay.
Okay. Your situation is a little different, though, because the guy that wanted us to call you actually kind of blew you off, but he's regretting it now. His name is Jason.
Jason, like a few months ago, Jason?
Yep, I think we're talking about the same Jason.
Yeah.
He's calling to get in touch with me now?
Yeah, he emailed us and said that he really enjoyed your date and he doesn't really know why he took so long to get back to you, but he tried to text you the other day and now you haven't texted him back, so he thought he'd enlist our help to see if we could get you on the phone and find out if you would like to see Jason again or if you enjoyed your time with him.
Huh, that's actually pretty funny. That was actually a pretty big night for me, weirdly enough.
The date you had with Jason was a big night?
Yeah, kind of. It's just weird that he's asking now. I mean, like, why wait like 2 months? That's okay.
That's what we said.
What was so big about that night for you?
Well, honestly, that night I kind of came to the conclusion that I was more interested in women than men.
Whoa, what?
Oh. Like you came out of the closet that night?
Well, I mean, that came like a week or so later, but like that night I realized, what it was that I actually wanted.
Whoa.
Good for you.
Wow.
Way to find
And
your truth.
How did that hit you all of a sudden while you're out with Jason?
I just kind of felt like the whole time on our date, I was just kind of bored. Like, I felt like I was really grasping at things to talk about, and they just, nothing was really landing. And over the course of the evening, I just kind of felt like I was more interested in, like, looking at our waitress than I was at Jason.
Was this something you were thinking about, like, prior, or it was literally everything happened that night?
I think I had a little bit of confusion, but I just have been dating men my whole life, and I just, I felt like this was what I was supposed to be doing, and then it was just that night I was just like, what am I doing? Clearly, I'm continuing to date guys that I'm not interested in. Why am I not interested in them? Maybe because I'm not interested in men in general.
Wow.
Good on you, Kathy.
Wow,
But I'm confused, though, because he said that you texted him the next morning, like, praising your night with him.
Well, I honestly just wanted to thank him. Like, I really woke up that next morning just feeling like a whole new person. And I wanted to thank him because I feel like that was the turning point for my life. Like, I feel like I know who I am now.
That's amazing.
He read your text completely wrong. He thought you were texting him saying how much fun you had on the date, not that your date was so boring it made you switch teams.
Oh, my God. He thought that I meant, like, that I had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant, like, thank you for helping me figure out my life.
Right. Thank you for helping reveal my truth. Not for all the laughs.
I'm sure he'd be shocked to know that that's what that text meant. And you might be shocked to know that he's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Oh, no.
Jason?
Yeah, shocked is an understatement, man.
Jason, I'm sorry.
I can't believe this. You're telling me that I, like, because you went on a date with me, you realized that,
I mean, it's not there's anything wrong with you.
Well, there is. There's a big thing wrong. Well, there's a thing wrong with Jason.
You've been with guys before, though. I don't understand why, why it was your night with me that changed everything. Like, what was I doing so wrong?
No, you didn't do anything wrong. I think it was just a culmination of a lot of dating of men and realizing that I wasn't enjoying myself. And I guess you were just the last date that I didn't enjoy, that I kind of went, well, maybe it's because I'm not interested in men.
Yeah, but then why would you text me the next morning? Like, that is only something that you would do if you were interested in me.
If I recall, I texted you that, just thanking you for a great night. I didn't ask to see you again. I mean, you didn't text me back, so I figured, oh, great, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
That was still kind of a lie then, right? You didn't have a great night with me.
What? Jason, are you actually butthurt about this?
Yeah, of course I am. Like,
I was not the reason that it was a boring date. I don't buy that as the reason she texted me that in the morning. I think I think you're trying to get back at me, if I'm honest. Like,
What?
You think?
Really?
Jason, are you accusing Kathy of lying?
I mean, I don't believe that was the night she decided that she was, playing for the other team. I don't believe it.
So, Jason, you're saying that you are just God's gift to women, and there's absolutely no way that I could not be interested in you.
No,
Is
Kathy,
that
that's not
what I'm
what
hearing?
I'm saying. I think that maybe you're upset that I didn't text you back, and so now you're trying to embarrass me on the radio, and that's pathetic.
Oh!
What? How are you turning her moment of truth into something that's about you, dude?
I just think it's a pretty good story. You know what I mean? Like, she was on her phone the whole night, and you're telling me that was the turning point of her life? No way.
Texting my best friend because we had been having this conversation about, am I interested in women? I don't know. I don't know how I feel. And I had, just such an epiphany on our date that, I texted her. And I didn't really feel it was appropriate to share with you, obviously.
I think it would have been amazing if you shared it with him. Like, hey, by the way, half an hour into this date with you, I just figured out that I am a lesbian. All right, let's finish up. You want dessert?
Dessert?
I mean, maybe he could have been my wingman for the waitress. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. See?
All
Jason,
right, well,
I mean, you guys could still be friends. You did help her in a big moment of her life that was very pivotal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can introduce you to some of my friends. Like, I'm open to that.
Hey.
well, Kathy, what would you say to going out on another date with Jason? We will pay for it. Would you go on a second date with Jason?
I would say if he wants a wingman to help him find women, and you guys want to pay for that, I would love to help him in that situation.
So, Kathy, is that a no, or will you go out with Jason and help him find chicks?
I mean, I do have some friends that I could probably set him up with.
Hey.
You're saying you might have some straight friends who would be interested in me?
Yeah.
Until they actually go out on a date, Jason.
For now.
I mean, honestly, at this point, I'll just take any date with anyone who wants to go out with me.
Oh, my gosh, Jason.
Well, congratulations, Jason.
Really? Is that what it deserves? So
You
congratulations.
might have got a second date.
I hope I don't bring anyone else to any big realization on my next date.
Hello?
Hi, is this Alicia?
Yes, this is she. Who's this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. How are you?
What was that last name?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning?
That'd be a weird last name.
It's a very long last name.
What?
My name is Jubal, and I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. Brooke is here.
Hi, Alicia.
Jose is also here.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, so there's three of us on the phone right now, and it is a radio show, like I said.
Okay. Hi.
The reason I'm calling you is because one of our listeners actually emailed us saying that he'd like us to call you.
That's odd.
It is kind of odd.
is.
Everyone agrees with that.
It's a segment we do on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. So you recently went out with a dude named Michael.
Oh, great.
Great.
That wasn't great. Awesome.
Yeah, and Michael sent us an email because he's tried to reach out to you, but you're not getting back to him, and he wants to know what he did wrong.
He's broke.
Okay, that was blunt.
We knew that, though. Like,
You're upset that he couldn't pay for the date.
Hold on. How do you know he didn't pay for the date?
Oh, because we talked to him. He told us about your date, and he said that he had a gift card that wouldn't work, and then he tried to use his mom's credit card. That wouldn't work, and then he couldn't call you an
I'm
Uber.
sorry, say that again? He uses what?
He used his mom's credit card?
Oh, that was his mom's credit card.
Oh, you didn't know
I
that?
didn't know that. I didn't know you didn't know that. Sorry.
Oops.
I knew that he used a credit card. I just assumed that it just declined.
Yeah, no. I didn't mean to put him out there like that,
Oh,
but yeah, it's his
no.
mom's credit card.
Now you're laughing harder at the situation.
I mean, I thought he was broke, but I didn't know he was borrowing your mom's credit card kind of broke.
Yeah.
It's a different level.
Was that just a big turnoff to you?
Completely. I've dated tons of guys that have a lot of money, all right? I've also been on the flip side and dated guys that have not that much money at all.
Aren't they the worst? You know? They're terrible, aren't they, Alicia?
But what's wrong with dating poor guys?
And let me say this. Right now, for me, in my life, I cannot date anyone that is living check to check. I mean, how can you go on a date and not have any money to pay for it?
Well, what if he had a good reason for that, though?
A good reason to have zero money? That's not the type of guy I need in my life and I want to go on a date with.
But don't you think it's like, I don't know, we're modern era. Women should make their own money.
I do make my own money, but you're not going to ask me on a date. I show up, and you have all this fun, and we keep doing more and more, and you can't pay for anything at all?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like I make my own money, but I would also like to be with someone else who makes their own money.
Yeah.
Then we can both have our own money together.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's what I need. But I don't blame him for not having any money. I just don't want to date a guy like that right now.
Okay, well, but what if you...
Wait, Alicia, I do have money.
Wait, what was that?
Oh, that's Michael, who couldn't wait until we called him onto the phone, Michael.
Hi.
Oh, my God, Michael!
The Michael I went on a date with?
Yeah, he was actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yes, Alicia, I'm sorry. I did call these people, but I had that night. I just had a bad situation. I was trying to contact you to tell you, but you weren't picking up at all. You weren't doing anything. You just ignored me the whole time.
Michael, you were trying to pay with your mom's credit card.
Well, you didn't know that it was my mom's credit card. You're just finding out today. So
That still doesn't matter. I couldn't even get an Uber home.
well, let me explain at least. All right.
There's nothing to explain. You took me on a date and didn't have any money.
The reason why I didn't have any money is because all my stuff got stolen right before the date. I was at a coffee shop, left my stuff out, somebody stole it, and I turn around for like 2 seconds, and the next thing you know, everything's gone.
I don't believe him.
What?
You don't
What do you
believe
mean
him?
you don't believe him, Alicia?
Really? All your stuff gets stolen right before the date, and then you still got on a date?
I do have money. Matter of fact, I'm going to have some really soon, as soon as my mom dies.
What? What did you say, Michael?
I said I'm going to have a lot more money as soon as my mom dies. I mean,
You're going to have money when your mom dies? What are you talking about? Is she sick?
I mean, no, she's fine. She's really fine.
What?
Just, eventually I'm going to have money. She collects antiques.
What is wrong with you?
What is exactly, Alicia? What is wrong with you, Michael? Your financial status is dependent on whether your mom lives or dies.
Oh my God!
I mean, there's no weather to it. I mean, she's eventually going to die. We're all going to die.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, I'm just saying, when she dies, I'm going to inherit, her antiques, and I'm just going to sell them off.
Wow!
You've got some serious issues.
I mean, I'm not saying I want her to die. God forbid she dies anytime soon. I'm just saying eventually she's going to die, and I'll have money.
Eventually, I'm going to come up on some antiques, Alicia, and then you can have some of that antique mommy death money.
Oh my God!
So gross, dude. And Michael, you are broke. That's what broke people say. Your mom's money is not your money.
I mean, not yet, but in 20 years, I'm going to be rich, and you're going to sit there regretting that you didn't give me a second chance.
Yeah, Alicia, you hear that? You're going to regret it. So, would you like to go out with Michael again for a second date? We will pay for it.
Absolutely not.
We will pay for it. We'll pay for it for now until he gets that antique
That
cash.
antique money.
Yeah.
God.
No, I'll pass. I'm good.
Are you sure? You
Oh my
could be the
gosh.
queen of Michael's antique kingdom.
No, thank you. I think someone else could be that lucky woman.
You
Not
know
I.
what, Alicia? I gotta applaud your ability to read red flags. I didn't see him coming. You did.
What are you talking about, red flag? My stuff was stolen.
Look, Michael, I know you're having a rough time, and I feel for you. And
I'm not having a rough time. I'm just having a bad week. But life is about to get really good really soon.
Really soon? I thought you said...
yeah. What do you mean, really soon?
I just mean that, further down the line, my mom's gonna pass away, and
Hey, well, but you said really soon. Like, you're not planning anything, are you?
It sounded ominous.
no. Man, I love my mom, but I know she's not gonna live forever.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well,
Someone call his mother
Yeah.
right now.
we're going to send the welfare check out on your mom, and you guys, thank you very much for your time.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Anna?
this is Anna
Hey, Anna, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. How are you?
from the radio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the show at all?
I've heard you guys once or twice.
All right,
right.
awesome. That means clearly you were a big fan those 2 times that you listened. Or that once and then maybe the twice that you listened because you keep coming back for more. And
Yeah,
that's awesome.
you can tell.
Anna, I'm calling you today because we actually got an email about you from one of our listeners.
About me?
Yeah.
From who?
Well, his name is Eric, and you guys met at karaoke the other night.
Oh, really?
Yes. He says he had a really fun time with you the other night and wants to know why you're not calling him back.
Wait, so he couldn't get in touch with me, so he called you guys?
Yeah. Well, according to him, he's tried to get in touch with you, but you won't call him back or text him back or anything.
He seems to think that you guys connected on a whole nother level.
I mean, at first, when I first met him, we connected and everything was great, but then it kind of went downhill from there.
How did it go downhill?
I don't know what he told you, but we kind of got into some personal stuff. And I don't know if I want to, blast all of his stuff on the radio.
Well, a couple things. One, he is willing to have it blasted because he wanted to do this phone call. I mean, anybody that would call me out of the blue on the radio, I would dish all the dirt on him. And two, he said that he was out on the date with you and he started crying, talking about something. We thought that was weird.
And he said that he talked about exes, too.
Yeah, and that's basically it. You guys drank a bunch that night.
Yep, that's pretty much what it was.
Was it the crying then? Like the crying turned you off?
I mean, the crying was definitely a lot, but there was one other kind of big thing.
Bigger than crying on the first date.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys, I don't know if I should be talking about this.
Okay, well, like I said, when anybody does one of these second date updates, they know that their business could get put out on the air, so he's prepared for that to happen. He just really wants to know.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. We talked to him, and we said, you might hear something you don't like, and he's cool hearing it.
And he's clueless. Like, he has no idea why you wouldn't be calling him back.
Really? Oh, I didn't think he was that drunk. Okay. Well, so it was towards the end of the night. We've both have had quite a few drinks. We took a shot. We took one final shot. And into the night, things get a little rough. And he's telling me all these stories, and then he just starts to cry.
Oh, sweetheart isn't over his ex, is he?
Absolutely not. Not even close.
Yeah.
It was this one particular girl he's talking about. I guess they were engaged.
Ooh. Wow. Yeah, that's a big ex.
Yeah. So I think they had just recently broken off the engagement.
Yeah.
So he's talking about her. He's crying about her.
Uh-huh.
And then he lets it slip that in order to help get over this girl, he recently bought a hooker.
What?
Whoa! Wait a minute.
Told you he bought a hooker?
Wow.
Yeah, he just kind of dropped that bomb.
Oh,
That's a big bomb to drop.
what did you say to that?
I asked for the check.
Okay. He was so drunk at that point, he might not have even noticed, really.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, I mean, the crying is one thing, but then also going the extra mile to be like, and this is how I got over it. And hello, new man.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I had to get out of there after that.
Oh, my God.
You know who probably wishes they could get out of here right now?
Oh, yeah.
Who?
Eric, because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Eric?
Hey Anna, how you doing? Listen, I was joking.
Uh-huh.
I really, as you were sobbing into your drink, I really don't think you were joking.
All right, look, I don't remember telling you this. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe I wasn't joking, but it needs to be destigmatized, and I think that's really the what we learned from this.
No, Eric, that's not the route you're going to take on this one. No, sex work, it's not a moral issue right now.
It's a culture thing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not a first date thing to admit. I don't think I did anything wrong.
Eric, you told me in the first couple hours that you had recently slept with a prostitute.
I thought we were connecting. I just felt comfortable with you.
What? There are some things that you don't share with strangers, connection or not.
Yeah.
We just met.
I was drunk. People say things when they're drunk. It doesn't mean that that's the way they are all the time.
You're not buying prostitutes left and right, okay? It's just a one-off.
It's not like you made a bad joke. You told her about a real-life situation where you hired a prostitute.
Just one time.
But here's the thing, Eric. Right now, you don't sound still even real regretful or embarrassed by the fact.
I don't really know what to say. I'm sorry that I overshared. I'm not sorry about my private life choices. I'm sorry I made that your business.
Eric.
But you know what? Now you know me. Now you know who I am. You know all my secrets.
And now you know if you go out with him and break up with him, he'll be all right.
Well, no, I want you to come. I just want you to know, Anna, that I like you. I like you a lot, but I also want you to accept me for who I am.
Hey,
Wait,
some brutal honesty.
Oh, come on,
Anna.
but buying a hooker is part of who you are? Is that what you're saying right now?
It's a choice I made once.
So, yeah, it's part of you. Officially, forever, you are a man who has enjoyed the company of a prostitute. And that's okay if you're not ashamed of it.
Isn't a lot of sex transactional? Why is this the line, Anna? I mean, come on.
Eric, all right. You're a very nice guy. I had a great time with you. But you're obviously not over your ex. You're trying to get over her by paying for sex. I don't know if I want to be a part of that.
You don't have to be a part of it. Like that was the past.
You just said that all sex was transactional to a point.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it? I mean,
so if we continue to go out and I do eventually sleep with you, will you just consider me a transaction?
Oh.
Not you.
Oh,
right. You just backed yourself into a corner, Eric. Hey, Anna, would you like to go out with Eric one more time? We will pay for a second date.
Eric, I think you need to take some time to work on yourself.
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll run into each other at karaoke again sometime down the line.
Oh.
Yeah, how about I just give you a week and then you can call me give me like a week.
Just a week.
You need more than a week.
I think you need a little more than a week.
Yeah.
Couple weeks. Come on, Anna.
No, I said no. And if that upsets you, I know something you could do to make yourself feel better.
Don't encourage it,
There you
Anna.
go, Eric.
That's not fair. Don't use that against me.
Hiring a prostitute is one of Eric's best qualities, and don't turn his good qualities against him.
Fine. All right. Are we done here?
Eric, I don't know. Is time up? How long did we have?
Hello?
Hi, is this Lauren?
Yeah, this is her.
Lauren, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm sorry. I don't know who you guys are.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning is a radio show that is on the radio, and we have some people that listen to it on the aforementioned radio devices.
Okay. I'm okay.
Okay, so now you know who we are.
Does she?
Yeah, I guess I technically know what you do, but why are you calling me?
That's a good question, too.
Yeah?
Okay,
oh,
are we
you want
gonna
an answer
it?
to that? Okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
Yeah. Is there some? Do I need to give you what's happening?
No, I'll go ahead and tell you. I just wasn't sure if we were all clear on everything. I'm calling you because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update, and recently you went out with a dude named Jason.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Yeah, and Jason listens to our show, and so he emailed us wondering why you haven't texted him back after you guys went out to dinner.
He seriously did that? That's real? This is real?
Yeah, I don't know how I would have had that information and your phone number to randomly call you up.
I think she was hoping that you were going to say it's not real.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys want from me. I don't know.
We just want you to tell us why you're not calling him back. Like, was the date really bad? Because, listen, he recapped it for us, and to me, it sounded like it was a terrible date for you.
Yeah, it was a little crazy, his whole situation that he's got going on.
Like his food stuff. That's what you're talking about, right? Because when he told us how particular he was about food and knowing where it came from and judging other people's eating habits, we all told him it's too much, man.
Yeah, he's a little OCD about that, and with the notebook and everything, it's insane to me.
What's the notebook?
Oh, does he track his food?
It's a little more than that.
He didn't mention a notebook to us.
Yeah. No, not at all. Okay. Well, he left that out.
What's the notebook?
What's in it?
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm talking about this on the radio. So halfway through dinner, he gets up, goes up to the bathroom, and then he comes back,
And he pulls out this little black note, like how journalists, like in movies, write, they're like, oh, let me write this down, and they're writing it down. Yeah, he pulls that out of his pocket, and this tiny little pencil. Then he pulls out his phone. He tells me to hold on, and he starts writing in his notebook. He's like looking at the sky, looking at his phone, like he's very contemplative. What? And like, I was like, are you writing things about me?
Yeah, weird.
And he told me that part of his dietary regimen is writing down his bowel movements immediately after they happen.
Shut up. Shut up.
I'm being dead serious. And
poop tracker.
So he takes a photo of them too, which is why he's on his phone.
No.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
So that's why he was looking at his phone and at his notebook.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. He was writing down like the color of it, the consistency.
Oh my God, that's so gross, man.
He did all of this at the table. Like, he didn't do it in the bathroom. He came back and pulled out the notebook.
Oh my God.
After sitting down with me.
What did you say?
I didn't really say much. I was just speechless. Like, I had no idea what to say to somebody that was that weird. Like, that's so weird.
Just to clarify, it's not because he has like some sort of disease or IBS syndrome or...
No, he just said that he wants to make sure that he's healthy, and it's about his health.
And so he just tracks every single poo and keeps a log of it.
And that was it for me. I was like, okay, I got to get out of this. Because he was already kind of rude when we ordered food. Yeah. And I just immediately ordered the Uber, like, after we were done eating. And I just, got out of there as quickly as I could.
Oh, my God. I do not blame you.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't think anybody does,
man.
Lauren, except I know one person who probably would blame you, and that's Jason, because he's actually on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Oh, my...
Wait, seriously?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Jason?
Hey, Lauren.
What? You just come in all casual?
Oh, God.
Yeah, nice to talk to you again, Lauren.
Oh.
Dude, what is up with the poop book, man?
Dude, why didn't you tell us about a poop journal?
What do you... none of you guys do that.
What?
No. I don't keep a log of it. I might take a peek once in a while to see if it's looking okay, but I don't, write it down in a book at the table.
One of you has to, at least take pictures of your poo. You have
my
to.
God. You are so gross, dude.
You're making it seem like I'm this weird freak about poop and everything, but literally all I'm doing is watching out for my health, which everyone should be doing. All of you should be doing right now. But
okay.
I guess I'm the only one around here that cares. And I feel sorry for you all.
I care about my health, and fine. I glance a little bit to make sure I'm good.
Not with the amount of lasagna you eat.
Listen, dude. Okay, I don't care that I eat lasagna. Lasagna is delicious.
What'd you have this morning? More cheese?
Can you listen to me for a second? You're being rude. Okay, this is so weird to eat at the table.
Watch the amount of dairy you eat. It's not good for you.
Jason.
Your body can't process that stuff.
Jason, listen. If you want to do that, pull out your notebook in the bathroom. Do that in the stall.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Especially on a first date, do not pull out a book of poop and look at a picture of your poop at the table.
Stop saying poop like it's derogatory or something. Everyone does it. It's not weird.
Okay, I'm sorry. Your feces journal. You don't do that on a date. That's not something you do. That's something I would find out a month or two in.
Hopefully not.
Do you know what I mean? It's rude, actually, to look at poop at a dinner table in a restaurant.
It's disgusting.
It's not rude or weird. It's just, you're telling me that you don't do it? Everyone does it.
I know people can see that. Other people at the next table were eating. They don't want to look over at your phone and see poop.
Seriously, Jason, it's gross when you walk into a public bathroom and there's somebody's number 2 just sitting in the toilet unflushed. Yeah. It's even more disgusting if you have pictures of it on your phone and you're sharing details about it.
Well, okay, agree to disagree, okay? But this is just how I live my life. And if you guys disagree with that, obviously you're unhealthy, uneducated. Stop laughing. It's not funny. I'm just trying to
educate you on bowel movements and keeping track of them is...
Thank you for the education. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Well, if you would listen, maybe you would actually learn something.
Oh!
Well, Lauren, would you like more of an education? Would you like to get a second date with Jason? We'll pay for it.
I really don't. I'll go talk to my doctor
let me answer
about
that
my
for
food.
No.
Okay.
I think I'm good, honestly.
Oh.
Find someone who actually cares
clearly.
about themselves and their body.
I actually feel kind of bad for poop shaming, Jason.
I don't.
Thank you, but seriously, Lauren, I recommend you start doing it. I'm speaking to you as a friend now. If you want to live a long life, it might help.
Okay, I'll talk to my doctor. Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks for your time, Lauren.
Yeah, no problem.
And Jason, I think that maybe you and I should talk about an idea I have for a coffee table book, if you got time.
Gross! Oh my God, you're so gross.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Allison, please?
This is Allison.
Hey, Allison, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Huh?
This is
Long
Jubal
pause.
from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
What?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
I don't understand.
We can tell.
English or... Because I can speak Spanish to you if you need.
No.
Can you?
No, I speak English fine. I just don't know what's happening right now.
I'll explain. My name is Jubal. I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the morning. And we have a listener who emailed us about you.
What?
I feel
Yeah.
like the appropriate response.
We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what happened. And recently, you met up with a dude named Joe.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe liked you a lot, and he told us about your date, but now he says you're not calling him back.
Okay, yeah, but what does that have to do with you?
Well, our job is to see if we can get you on the phone and ask why you don't want to talk to Joe.
Okay, but I never said he could talk to anyone about me.
Well, just so you know, he only said good things.
Well, what did he say?
He said that you guys were going on a date. He had planned to take you to a show. He was really excited about it, but unfortunately, on the way to the date, his car broke down, and he took you home and hasn't heard from you since.
Okay, that happened.
He also said that you were super awesome and that he really wanted to impress you and that he was super bummed that you guys missed the show.
Yeah.
So he's saying what he did was supposed to impress me.
Well, the tickets were going to, but I was impressed that he fixed his own car. I thought that was pretty sexy. I mean, a man who can do that, it's kind of awesome.
Yes, a man that could do that would be awesome.
Okay, so that's him, though, because he said, unless he's lying, he said his car broke down and then he fixed it and then had to take you home. And he said you chipped in, too. He said you helped out.
He said I helped?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did all of it.
You fixed his car?
We broke down. He got out like he was going to check it out, and instead he stood by the side of the road and stared at the car.
What?
Like he didn't even open the hood? He just...
No. So I got out and asked him if he was going to pop the hood and check it out, and he told me that he could not.
What do you mean?
And when I asked him why, he said it was because he didn't want to ruin his new leather pants.
No way.
Shut up. And that was when I noticed his skin-tight leather pants that apparently cost him a lot.
Wait,
He was wearing... Yeah, forget the car for a second. He was wearing leather pants.
Leather pants.
I don't know if I'm more like surprised and shocked that he was wearing the leather pants or that it took you so long to notice the leather pants.
Well, just wearing the leather pants in general is kind of a turnoff. And then to tell me that you can't fix your car because you don't want to get them dirty.
Well, they were probably expensive. I think leather clothing is usually pretty expensive.
So did he just stand over you while you fixed his car?
I told him he should go run back to the gas station that was down the road and pick up a few things to see if we couldn't get things working. And I let him go. And by the time he got back, I had the car fixed for him.
Good job.
That's so cool.
Now I think you're sexy.
Man. So he walked all the way to ran to the gas station in leather pants? That is hot, steamy. Yeah.
That just
That
sounds
is
swampy, doesn't it?
Not attractive.
So you guys can probably get why I'm not wanting to talk to him anymore, right?
I personally don't. I like anybody in leather pants. And that's why I like Joe, because Joe is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
He's on the phone.
Yes, he is. Joe?
Do you even understand how expensive those pants are? I shipped them in from Italy. They were handmade.
Wow.
Yeah, wow, exactly. Yeah, it's actually worth more than your car, probably.
Whoa, Joe, the insults.
Well, she's insulting me, saying I'm not a man. I helped, okay? I just didn't want to ruin my pants. I helped.
I'm really not concerned with how much your leather pants were. The fact that you asked me to fix your car so that you didn't get them dirty is where my concern lies right now.
Look, I offered to help. I walked all the way to the gas station in those pants to get the supplies to help us fix the car. I thought it would be a good bonding experience, actually.
We didn't even use any of the supplies you got. I got it fixed without any help from you.
That's because I told you what was wrong with it. I knew what was wrong. I just didn't know how to fix it.
That's pretty much like fixing the whole car,
Yeah.
Joe.
The engine.
So are you more upset, Allison, that he didn't fix the car, that he wore the leather pants, or was it just kind of the whole package?
It's definitely the whole package.
Okay.
Wow, this is like so disrespectful. Do you realize how much I put into this date? The washing my car, getting tickets to a concert that you like, and this is the thanks I get for this. This is beyond me. You are so stuck up. I'm so pissed off.
Well, since you're being such a sweetheart, Joe, I wasn't going to offer up the fact that you were also wearing a burgundy choker.
What?
Choker?
Wait, what's wrong with my choker?
Who wears a choker on a date?
Well, you know what? I'll tell you who does wear a choker on the date. French people, Italian people, people from the UK.
Leather pants and a burgundy choker, Joe.
Yes, all the girls in Italy love that.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just go to Italy, and maybe those girls would appreciate my effort.
Maybe you should go to Italy.
That is some risky fashion choices on a first date, Joe.
I like to be bold. I'd like to make a statement.
Yeah, you made that.
Yeah.
You did it.
Instead of Italy, what about Italian? Would you guys like to go on a second date? We will pay for it. Allison, will you go out with Joe one more time?
Definitely not. I'm over Joe.
Well, you know what, Allison? I'm sorry I put in so much effort with you. You're clearly not worth my time.
Oh,
wow.
man.
That's true. Dudes who wear leather pants, they don't have a lot of time.
You know what? At least I have the to wear something like that, Jubal.
True.
Or you don't. Because those things are very tight.
I see what you're saying there.
And you know what, Jubal? We can have a leather pants off. I will prove to you that I can wear those things better than you can wear even jorts, whatever the hell you're wearing.
Dude, I am down. I will look, okay, you didn't get a second date with Allison, but you did score a date with me. We're gonna have a leather pants off, you and I.
I want pink.
Yeah.
Do it. I'm all for it, buddy.
Let's do it, chump. I'm popping online right after this and purchasing some.
You tell me the time and place, and I'll be there.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Let's do it.
This is the manliest fight I've ever witnessed.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Derek.
Yeah. This is Derek.
Hey, what's up, Derek? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
What?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
The hell's Jubal?
That is an excellent question,
That's
sir.
me. That's my name.
Yeah.
I host a radio show. It's called Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm assuming you've never heard of it.
No.
Okay. Well, the reason I'm calling you today is one of our listeners actually asked us to get a hold of you.
Okay. Why?
Because you recently went on a date with her and actually ended up ditching her without an explanation. So she was hoping maybe we could get you on the phone and find out why you left.
You obviously know who we're talking about.
We're talking about Hannah.
Yep.
Okay. She told us that she met you at a driving range, and then she said that you guys went out to dinner. And once you sat down, you said that you had to run to the car to get something, and that's the last she ever heard of you.
Is that accurate?
Yeah, it is. It is. It just...
Can you
I mean-
can you just tell us why? She's curious. I mean, imagine how you would feel if you were on a date and someone just ghosted right away after you sat down. Wouldn't you at least wonder why?
Look, I didn't mean to ditch her. I just panicked.
Why
So
would
you
you
panicked.
panic? What would you panic about?
I saw my ex at a table like right next to us.
Okay.
And that was after we already ordered drinks and everything. We had already gotten there. We sat down.
Okay, but just seeing your ex, I mean, that doesn't give you
happens.
any grounds to just ditch somebody, does it?
I had to leave.
Are you obviously not over your ex? Is that the issue?
Oh, you don't get it. You don't get it.
That's why I'm
we don't.
asking. You're right. I don't get it at all.
Listen, I didn't want to tell her. My ex has a restraining order against me.
What?
Whoa.
Oh, so you legally had to leave, not just you wanted to leave.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, like if I'd been there another 5 minutes, she would have called the cops. I would have had to deal with that.
Wow.
What did you do to get a restraining order?
I didn't do anything.
Of course you didn't.
We had a messy breakup. She cheated, but then she said that I cheated, which was not true. I did not cheat.
Okay.
Then the week after, she went outside her house. Her car was on fire.
Whoa.
And, of course, she thought it was me. Her friends thought it was me.
What?
So was it you?
Hell no, it wasn't me.
Okay, so she said that you set her car on fire.
Yeah, she claims that.
Dude, that sounds crazy.
And the only reason that she ended up getting a restraining order against me was because the police placed me in the general vicinity. I'm doing air quotes. You can't even see it.
But you were in the general vicinity when her car caught fire.
Yeah, I guess so.
It sounds really coincidental
yeah.
to me. Like, oh, I'm her crazy ex, and we had a messy breakup, and now my car's on fire, and you were around.
Whatever. You want to judge me? I know what actually happened, okay?
Okay.
Okay, but even with that, like, why wouldn't you just tell her your date, Hannah, like, hey, let's go somewhere else?
I just freaked out and left.
Yeah, but why not tell her after the fact, though? Shoot her a text and be like, hey, restraining order, sorry. I mean, I don't know how you would say it, but why not tell her?
I'm not going to lie to her, but I'm not going to tell her, like, during our first date, hey, I got this restraining order. And blah, blah.
Yeah. I mean, you still could have explained something later on, though, so she's not sitting there wondering what's wrong with her and why you would leave.
Actually, yeah, I tried. I paid the valet $20 to tell her.
Okay. Well, I don't think the valet told her. Yeah, you might want to go back and get your $20.
Yeah.
Because he never told her.
At least I tried.
But, like,
That's true, I guess.
But you didn't try that. Like, you must not feel that bad about ditching her. You didn't call her. You didn't apologize. Like, at least a sorry text. You didn't even have to explain yourself.
All right, fine. I'll text her later today, all right? I'm going to say I'm sorry, and I don't know. We'll go from there, I guess.
Well, why not? Don't worry about texting her later. You can just tell her right now because she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah. Hannah, you there?
I don't even know what to say.
I don't blame you.
Why the hell is she here?
Because she wanted us to get a hold of you so she could talk to you because she was wondering why you weren't calling her back.
You answered this phone call, but you couldn't bother texting me at all?
I mean, you heard what I said. Like, you know that the situation's messy. What would you have done?
I would have at least taken you with me when we went out of the restaurant, not just completely ditch me and then leave me with no explanation whatsoever for a week. I mean, don't you think that's kind of a jerk thing to do?
It's not my fault that there's a restraining order against me. You heard that?
Says everyone with a restraining order.
I don't really know if it is your fault. I mean, you were in the area where the car was on fire, so.
Were you there? No, you weren't there. You don't know.
I don't know for sure because, I mean, you're the one that walked out on our date, so that doesn't make you a really truthful guy as is.
Look, you're thinking about this all wrong. Look, from my perspective, I didn't ditch you. I ditched my ex.
How romantic.
Okay, well, you still didn't explain anything to the girl you're on a date with.
And you didn't take me with you. You just ditched the both of us, technically.
But Hannah, I mean, be honest. Like, if he would have told you, hey, my ex is sitting there, I have a restraining order, let's go to another bar, you're not going to say okay to that.
Yeah, I mean, you're right in that sense, but at the same time, being truthful about it up front, I would have appreciated more than just being completely blown off and looked like an idiot at the restaurant by myself.
That was a high-pressure situation. And I think that I handled it better than most guys.
Yeah, you're right. Just running away from everything. That's how I handle problems, too, man. Don't worry about it.
I'm just shocked.
I really would have appreciated a text or a phone call afterwards.
But Hannah, it's a legit excuse for leaving. You got to give him that.
And for the first couple minutes, we had a great time. We ordered drinks and everything. It was awesome.
Yeah, if you forget about the ex-girlfriend and the arson stuff, the date was awesome. Hey, Derek, would you like to go out with Hannah again on a second date? We'll pay for it.
Now that she knows like everything about me, and if she's still willing to go on a date, then yeah, I would.
All right, what do you think, Hannah?
A guy that has a restraining order out for arson and ditched me on a date and then never texted me or called me back, I'm going to have to say no.
Yeah, shocking. It's so weird.
You have no idea what you're missing out on.
I bet.
She does.
I think she does know what she's missing out on. Derek, thank you for being honest with us. Sorry about your situation.
Whatever.
Oh.
Okay, he's gone.
Yeah.
Hannah.
Wow.
So the restraining order for arson wasn't a good enough excuse to woo you back into another date, huh?
Definitely not.
Okay. Well, I want to let you know I do have a friend who was arrested for grand larceny. If you're interested, I can hook it up.
Oh, that sounds even more exciting. Yes, I will do it.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Paul.
Yeah, this is he.
Hey, Paul, what's up? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show?
Okay. What do you want?
I'm calling you because we recently got an email about you from one of our listeners. Her name is Marie.
Okay.
She asked if we could get you on the phone and find out why you stopped calling her. It's a segment that we do on our show called the Second Date Update. Do you have a few minutes to tell us why you're not talking to Marie anymore?
I mean, I don't know what she's told you or whatever, but I mean, I've kind of already sent her a text like saying sorry, and I don't know.
Yeah, well, she told us about the text, but she doesn't know why because you never gave her an explanation. So she's just more curious than anything.
I honestly don't think I really want to tell her.
Yeah, but Paul, hey, Paul, have you ever gone out with a girl that you liked a lot and then she just stopped talking to you?
I mean, yeah, but...
Yeah, so doesn't it kind of suck when you don't know why?
Yeah, I don't know if I can tell her. I don't know how to really tell her,
Well,
so...
the thing is, you're not telling her right now, you're telling me. Right?
I mean, I don't know, man, but, I mean, you said you talked to her, so you're probably just going to repeat, what I told you, so it's...
I don't know, you can pick and choose information. Why don't you be straight with us, and then we'll decide what she needs to know.
Was she moving too fast? That's what we were thinking. Like maybe she was ahead of you?
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's nothing that she did, okay? It wasn't her fault at all. It was all on me, okay? And this is 100% all to do with me.
Okay, well then if it's your fault, why don't you just tell us what happened? I mean, if it's not anything that's going to embarrass her.
The thing is like, dude, it was just bad, okay? Like, I kind of want to, like, move on from it, just forget, like, it ever happened. It is what it is kind of thing, and just move on.
There was, like,
what was so bad?
Yeah, that's weird.
Did she tell you about the last date that we had, like, when we went to the bar?
She didn't tell us much. She just said you hung out at a bar with some friends.
Yeah, well, all right. Well, I was pretty drunk because, we were there with friends, drinking a lot. I drank probably way more than I should have. But we were having a good time, and, that's where I messed up.
All right. Well, my mind automatically goes to you were there with friends. Did you mess around with one of her friends or something drunk?
I mean, all right.
That sounds like a yes. That sounds like a big yes to me, Paul.
You dirty dog.
All right. Let me just explain. Okay. So I don't know why, like, we're drinking like we're 21 again. And so I'm coming back from the bathroom and I pass her friends. We start talking in the hallway. I don't even remember like how we got to the point, but we start making out. And I in like mid making out, like I sober up like instantly, like that moment of clarity, like what the hell are you doing kind of thing. And at that point I was like, whoa, I got to get out of here. Like, this is not how I am. This is not who I am. Like, so I like called my Uber and I got the hell out of there. Like, pretty much at that point.
All right. That's understandable.
And what a crappy friend she has that's making out with some guy that she's crushing on. Like, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't want to put it on her. I mean, like, literally, I know how to drink, and that was not how you're supposed to drink, like, throughout the night. So, like, I take a lot of blame for that.
So you're kind of taking responsibility, but then you're kind of blaming alcohol. This is what I'm hearing from you, Paul.
I mean, you can blame it on the goose right now. You know what I mean? So.
All right, so, well, that's understandable then why you'd be like, and does it suck, though? I mean, it sounds like you guys were having a fun time dating.
Yeah.
Does it suck that you made this mistake and now you don't feel like you can talk to her?
Totally, dude. We hit it off. It was like we had conversations that, like, probably some married people don't have. So it really sucks. But at this point, like, I don't know how, one, she'll take it, two, how to bring it up, and then, like, three, how she'll feel like for the rest of the relationship. So,
Right.
And you
I've got some ideas on how you can bring it up to her.
Oh, no, Jubal.
I actually have a really good idea.
Okay.
I think you should just talk to her because she's actually on the other line listening to this phone call.
What?
Yeah. Marie?
Hi.
Hey.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, did this seriously happen?
I mean, this is totally not how I wanted to tell you or even tell you, really, because I don't really know how to bring it up. Like, that's why I just kind of texted sorry. I was going to text you, like, this page-and-a-half long text, and I was like, well, that's weird, so I didn't text it, and then, I don't know. I'm sorry.
I'm so disappointed.
I mean, me too. I mean, right now, I feel like even more so because now you're finding out this way, and... Like, that's not who I am. I
can't believe my friend did that. I mean, she hasn't said anything to me.
Yeah, I don't want you to blame her. I mean, like, I'm taking responsibility for it. Like, I guess.
I guess. The goose.
Well, let me just say this. Like, it totally wasn't emotional at that point because there was no connection. Like, when I got that moment of clarity, I was like, what the is going on?
Yeah.
And it was just once.
Yeah, like, that's it. I don't even know her name, to be honest with you, and I don't really care to, because like I said, it wasn't emotional at that point. It was like 100% physical. I mean,
I don't even think you made out with me that night.
Oof.
Maria, it's bad no matter what, but at least he's kind of a stand-up guy about it. I mean, a lot of guys would do this, and then they would continue to talk to you. They'd probably text your friend and be like, hey, don't mention what happened. Like, at least he was a big enough man to be like, I screwed up, and now I shouldn't continue this relationship.
But it's also like the biggest red flag ever. I mean, if he's already...
Yeah.
If he's...
How are you gonna
I mean, not
trust
that
him?
he's cheating on you because you haven't had that guy's talk yet, but if even in the beginning he's already making out with other chicks while you're there, I don't know.
But he said he's never done that. It's not like him.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Marie, I really like you, okay? I think we had a really good connection, and I think we still do. I just...
Yeah.
Is there any way you can forgive me? I don't know what I can do to maybe that, you know, you could forgive me for, you know?
I can't believe that my friend didn't even think that she needed to tell me. I mean, at least you're telling me. At least she was just going to keep it a secret. That's not a good friend.
Yeah, that definitely isn't.
Yeah, but he was pressured into telling you and didn't even realize he was telling you. He was never going to talk to you again, actually.
Was that have really been the situation where you just thought you never wanted to talk to me again?
Like I said, the one that got away kind of situation, but I don't know. It's been eating me up inside, so I probably would have ended up calling you. I don't know, maybe tomorrow, the next day. Eventually, I would have called you.
That's kind of sweet.
That's kind of sweet.
It clearly upset him so much that he knew he did something wrong, and there was a reason why he, was so upset by it and then had to just leave. I mean, it just shows how much he cares.
What?
Yeah, I thought we had a really good connection, and it was...
Yeah, I agree.
We connected on so many levels, so...
I
don't know.
I don't know why I have such a hard time believing you, Paul.
I'm so down the
feel
middle.
like you're just feeding her lines at this point. Would you forgive her if she made out with one of your friends that night?
I would have to know the situation. I'd have to know all the details. I'd have to know all the information, Like, me personally, this situation, it was only physical. My mind, I was with Marie that night. I was not with her friend. I couldn't, emotionally kiss you then afterwards because I knew what I just did. So, I mean, really, I did it for you. You know?
Oh my God.
Nice.
You did not.
I mean, some things of the night like make more sense now.
Oh.
And you did say that you're sorry, and
Oh my God.
Well, I think this is a perfect point to ask. Hey, Paul, would you like to go out on a second date with Marie? We will pay for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to.
Marie, would you be willing to give Paul another shot?
yeah, I really would.
Don't give him another shot after this one, though. Like
That will never happen again, okay, Marie? I can promise you that.
You really promise?
Like 110%, I promise.
Well, congratulations, you guys. It's finally a successful second date. We haven't had a couple go out on a second date in a while.
we haven't, you're right.
I guess this is like a fourth date for you guys because you've been out on 3 dates.
Yeah, this will be number 4, yeah.
Yeah, you know, Paul, I'm a forgiving and understanding person, and I'm excited to go out with you again. You know, I got to be honest, I don't think that I'm going to be talking to my friend anymore. See, I don't need her in my life anymore.
I mean, I fully support that. I think that any friend that would do that to you is not a true friend.
I agree. Well, I'm glad this worked out. And whoever said the phrase, you can't have your cake and eat it too, wasn't true. We just learned that in a second date update.
Hello?
Hi, is Tiffany there?
This is she.
Hey, Tiffany, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm okay. Who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Oh, okay. I don't know it.
First, I thought maybe you were familiar
I thought so
with
too.
who
No.
I was and who we were, but I guess not.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Is this going to take long?
No, it shouldn't actually. I just kind of have one question to ask you, and then we can let you go about your business.
Okay, if it's quick, that's fine.
Okay. It's about a guy named Alex that you recently went out on a date with.
What?
It's a guy named Alex that you met at the club, and then you went back to his house.
The penguin, maybe that rings a bell.
Yeah, no, I know who. Yeah. Okay, what?
Okay, so Alex emailed us because he really liked you, but he says that you're not answering any of his phone calls or text messages, so he thought maybe we could get you on the phone and find out if something went wrong the night that you guys met.
Yeah, it was a really weird night. Yeah.
Why? It sounded, I mean, his description of it made it sound pretty normal.
You mean you actually spoke with him?
Yeah, he told us all about your date. Well, I guess it's not really like a date, but he told us all about the night that you guys met.
Okay.
I mean, everything he said was nice. He said that you guys seemed to have a good connection. You laughed a lot, and then you went back to his place, and then you left, and that's the last that he's heard from you.
Yeah. It's so weird. Okay, I thought he was really sweet. I just was, I don't know. After the club, I was kind of shocked with everything else that happened.
With everything else that happened. What he told us, it sounded pretty tame.
What, he told you about his roommate, right?
Yeah, he said that the roommate was there, and he feels like that killed the vibe.
Yeah, it ruined everything. Yeah.
Why is this? I mean, that shouldn't be that big of a deal, right?
No, it was actually one of the most uncomfortable things the most uncomfortable situation I've ever been in.
Why?
Why?
Everything was fine. First of all, I didn't know he had a roommate, but whatever, a lot of people do. So when we started together, he told me his roommate shouldn't be home, but then she was.
Okay, so it was a female.
Yeah, female, but it wasn't, oh my God, I can't believe you didn't tell you this. Okay. It was his ex-wife.
Wait, what?
Oh!
His roommate is his ex-wife? Is that what you just said to us?
Yeah.
He lives with his ex-wife. He didn't tell us that at all. He just said my roommate.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said to me, too, is his roommate. And then she came into the room, was, talking or whatever. He goes to get us a beer, and she was, looking at me weird. I don't know. And that's when I asked her, how long have you guys been roommates? How long have you known him? And that's when she was like, yeah, we were married for 2 years, and now we've been divorced for 3 months.
Oh, my
And
God.
they've only been divorced for 3 months?
3 months.
I mean,
Wow.
I kind of get it. Like you're living with somebody, you get divorced, it's hard to move out. But why the hell are you bringing women back to your place if you're still living with your ex-wife?
Exactly.
It's because she said she wasn't going to be there, and then she was.
Oh.
Hey, Tiffany, I should let you know that Alex is on the phone.
Are you kidding me right now?
No.
Hi, Tiffany. I'm so sorry that this happened. It's like a total misunderstanding.
I don't think so.
I think it's very understandable.
How is it a misunderstanding that it's your ex-wife?
Like, that's pretty easy to understand.
Yeah, kind of cut and dry.
Yeah, we have an agreement, you know? It's not a big deal. Like, she's totally more of a roommate than an ex at this point, you know? It's been a while.
3 months.
3 months.
It's been all 3 months that you've been divorced.
Well, yeah, we got divorced just 3 months ago, but the marriage was over way before that.
Well, maybe you should have told us that your roommate was your ex-wife. We might have known
what the
problem was.
I think it's the fact that it was a female is what the major problem was.
I mean,
no.
maybe,
No, that is not the issue. The issue is that you are living with your ex-wife and you're inviting other females to come over, and that is not okay.
I understand where you're coming from, but her and I have an agreement, and we'll text each other when we're coming home, and we'll clear out, and that's just the way it's supposed to be.
Like a normal roommate.
So wait.
Yeah, sort of.
It obviously didn't work very well if she hung around and then told your lady friend that you brought over that you guys were married at one point.
She never should have said that in the first place. It's against the rules of our agreement.
So she broke the rules, and that's why you got screwed out of this date.
Her fault.
Can I say one other thing?
Sure.
When he was going to get the beer and I was like left in the room with her, I heard him whisper to her, now that I understand the circumstances, he whispered to her, "Hey, you have to sleep on the couch tonight." And I did not understand what that meant. Well, obviously now I do.
Are you kidding me? You guys are still sharing a bed?
It's a one-bedroom. We bought the place a long time ago, and we're just, we're kind of stuck with it for a little while. It's not a big deal.
It is a big deal. It's a huge deal.
Well, we do sleep in the same bed, but we have a body pillow that we put between us.
Oh, all right. Yeah, it's all good.
It's like a bumper.
Exactly. I've never done anything with anybody I've been in a bed with that there's a body pillow between us. Completely blocks it.
It does work. It works.
Oh.
Well, there you go.
Great.
Tiffany, what are you worried about? He's got a body pillow between his ex-wife, who is his roommate now. Would you like to go on a second date with him?
Yeah.
We will pay for it.
No, I don't think so. No,
Why?
no way.
That's so shocking that you don't want to go out with somebody that sleeps with their ex-wife every night.
Right? It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. You have too high of standards, Tiffany.
Well, it's your loss because, nowadays life is complicated and people are stuck in different homes, like after the recession. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, that's the way it is. Tiffany,
That's
look.
the way it is.
Tiffany, if you want to be successful in the dating world, you're going to learn that you're going to have to date men who are living with their wives. Current or ex.